Yes, people, what's good? It's Tapping Tobes here, back with another post-match reaction. Listen, I'm going to start with the good news first because Spurs have won. Spurs have beaten Bodo Glimt 3-1 at home. Fantastic performance. It sounded like the atmosphere was mad. I saw the tifo. It looked like the fans brought the energy, and you could tell the players fed off that today, because today was actually a really good performance from top to bottom, man. I thought the defence were class, apart from one moment, which I'll touch on in the second half. That's sort of added like a dampener on what should have been a really comprehensive victory for Tottenham. I thought the midfield were on it today, on and off the ball. The attack, I thought they showed heart, they showed spirit, and of course they made the telling contribution as well. But again, I just can't help but feel like there was more goals for her. There was more goals for us here today. There was. Everyone who was watching that game knows there's more goals for us today. But anyway, let's get on to it, man, because it was a fantastic start for us. Brennan Johnson scoring in his first minute. I'm not going to lie. When I saw that lineup, I was thinking, what is Ange playing at? Where are our wingers? Where are the guys who are going to carry the ball, take on the opposition? Who's going to create that sort of separation? Who's going to dislodge any potential deep block that Bodo might want to play? But listen, both Richarlison and Johnson combined for the first goal. Richarlison, he started off really well, really intentful, putting a decent ball into the box, and then it was his header, good header into Johnson, and Johnson doing what he does best, man. The guy, everyone knows I don't rate him. I think he's not a good enough player for Tottenham, but if there's one thing he is good at, it's sniffing around in the box for them one-touch moments. And he did that again today. Like, you always know he's going to be at the back post. No matter what happens, if there's one thing this guy does consistently well, it's position himself at the back post, waiting, ready, like feeling for something to land. And that's what happened today. He scored an instinctive... I'm sorry, I'm losing my words twice. He scored an instinctive goal, and it was actually a header this time instead of a tap-in. But still, 1-0 up, and the place is bouncing. And then, the second goal. James Maddison, I thought he had a good game today, but he had that run. Romero found him that time earlier on in the first half, and I thought he should have scored then. I thought that was a big chance that he missed, but it was a warning sign. And then they didn't learn their lesson, Bodo. This time it was Pedro Porro, clipped a nice little ball. James Maddison, he's always going to make that run. I've spoken about it before on my post-match reaction. He made that run. This time, he's actually latched onto it, and he's tucked it away. And I actually think that's a good finish. I know he scuffed it, but still, to control it and then to place it into the far left corner, away from the defender's reach. Boy, it's a good finish. And then Spurs are cruising. But then you're just thinking to yourself, this is what we wanted. This is what we expected. This is what we demanded. We need more, though. We need more. Bodo Glimt, they've got an impressive home record. We need more goals. We need 3. We need 4. We need even possibly 5. We need more goals. And in that first half, we cooked them. I think they had, one attempt in the entire first half. The defence was on point. The midfield was on point. Bentancur, Bissouma putting out every single fire possible. Pressing well, counter-pressing well. Winning the ball back for us. Passing with progression. Like line-breaking passes. Like progressing the pass. Progressing the play, passing forward, not always side to side. I thought, and even Bentancur getting the ball under pressure and dribbling out of pressure and driving the ball forward with his surging runs. I thought they were both really good in the double pivot today, man. They were good, and today was a good blend of high octane energy, good ball retention, and dogged off-the-ball work. I thought it was a good all-round midfield performance, and I thought it was a good all-round defensive performance. I thought, to be honest, Richarlison was probably the best attacker of all 3 in the first half. I thought he was industrious. He was playing some nice one-touch passes, combining one with certain players. I thought Solanke was quiet in the first half. I'll be real. Apart from 1 or 2 moments, I thought he was quiet. I thought Johnson did nothing outside of the goal. It's crazy. And that's just what I've expected from Brennan Johnson. Did nothing outside of the goal in the first half. But still, on the whole, a very good performance. I thought the 2 centre-backs were playing well. I thought Destiny on it, doing really well defensively in his own half and then in the middle third of the pitch. But I didn't really like the play in the final third from Destiny, and I'll get onto that in the second half, man, because as I said, this is going to be a quick video. Like, I should be coming here praising the team to a man, and I think the team deserve credit, but in the end of the day, it's Bodo Glimt, and they're missing 3 or 4 players. We're a superior side on paper, and we're playing at home first, and they got players missing, key players missing. We had to press a significant advantage here and really take what's the word I'm looking for? Take a sizable lead to their ground, to Norway. And I feel like a 2-goal gap, it's not enough. We saw what they did with Lazio. Like, we've seen them embarrass teams at their ground, especially in that 3G pitch. It's not enough. It is not enough for me. Sorry, I know I keep looking over there. I'll look at the camera now. It's not enough for me. And in the second half, I thought we were on our way to doing just that, like getting a result that puts us in pole position for the final, because Romero wins a penalty. Solanke, he tucks the penalty well, very cool, calm, collected penalty, and we're 3-0 up. And there's still more opportunities to come. Destiny, he bursts into the box. Players waiting for a tap-in, but he shoots. Kulusevski right at the end, good play in the box. Players waiting for a tap-in, he shoots on his weaker foot. And there were more moments like that. Like, and it just, that's why it's like, it's a bit bittersweet, because it's like, that 2-goal deficit, every Spurs fan and every non-Spurs fan knows it's a precarious lead. It really is. It may as well be 3-3, honestly. As a Spurs fan, it may as well be 3-3. That's how nervous that 1 goal makes us. And what makes it even all the more frustrating is because they had a 0.28 XG this game. We defended them very well. We kept them out almost all of the game. They had 3 attempts the entire game. We kept more of the ball. We had 8 times the number of attempts they did. We created multiple openings, multiple opportunities. We forced the issue constantly. We won the ball high. We won the ball in the middle third of the pitch. We won our 1v1s, but one momentary lapse. One. And it's a fantastic goal from their midfielder or striker. I can't even remember his name. I think it's Splitson. I can't even remember his name. But it was a fantastic goal. Good bit of skill to even protect the ball, get it onto his right foot, and he buries Vicario. And it's just like 3-1, game on. And they know that. They know that. They've lost this game 3-1, but they're going into that thinking we've overturned worse. And it's just bittersweet, man. Like, I thought the subs were not good, personally. And I don't just mean Ange's decision-making for the subs, because I'm actually going to give him credit for the performance today, because he got a tune out of those players today. Like, I don't know what he said to them today, but the motivation levels were high. They were high. Those players, they were playing because I felt like they were actually, for once, playing as if they understood the severity of the game and the occasion. And they didn't let the occasion overwhelm them, right? Because in the end of the day, it's still a semi-final. However, they also played as if they knew they were superior to Bodo, and they had to be professional. And I would say for a good 85-90% of that game, that looked a professional performance. Chance creation, strong defending, high octane energy, ball retention, pressing, like one-touch play, goals scored. Like, all the elements of good performances that we would want, they showed that today. And yet, one moment now puts us on edge. And maybe I need to be a bit more confident, because I feel like if we can do that to them at home, then we should be able to put up a fight away. But I know us. I know my team, man. It's going to be a very tough game next Thursday, but the beauty is we still have a 2-goal lead to cling on to. We do. We have a 2-goal lead to cling on to, so they have to beat us by a clear 2-goal margin just to take it to extra time, right? We just got to hope and pray, though, that the players that did go off injured, Maddison, Solanke, we got to pray and hope that they're fit, because we need them next Thursday. I don't know if anyone saw Kulusevski in that second half when he came on. What the hell was that? What the hell was that? The guy has been absolutely cheeks since December. Got injured for a couple of weeks. Before he got injured, we knew, yes, you're playing crap, but you're also burnt out, calm. But he's come back from injury and he stinks, still stinks. Terrible against Nottingham Forest. And tonight, terrible again. Bad decision making, giving away clumsy fouls. Not passing the ball when he needs to pass the ball. Shooting the ball into players' shins instead of like squaring it. Too good a footballer to be doing these dumb things. Kulusevski, for someone who's actually good technically, he's such a bozo on the football pitch sometimes. He really is. He does a lot of bozo shit. Destiny as well. The final third play. Come on, be sharper. Be more refined in your decision making. There's so many times where I see Destiny make the wrong decision in the final third. Today, the ball is begging to be cut back. Just cut it back. As if you think you're going to bury the goalkeeper from such an obscene angle. And it's just jarring, man. It's just jarring because that was a good performance. That was a very, very good performance. Spurs beat the brakes off of Bodo. That shouldn't have been a 3-1 game. That should have been a 5-0 job. 5-0. And yet, this is 3-1. The scoreline does not reflect the game at all. But yet, we've made this a closer game than it needed to be heading into next week. And that's my frustration. It's just my frustration. But anyway, people, I'm about to catch my flight. I'll be back in the UK. I'll be back on the mob this Sunday. But yeah, man, let me know your thoughts. Who was the man of the match for you, man? I thought centre-backs were fantastic today. I really did, apart from one momentary head loss from Romero. I was so surprised with Basuma's performance. I thought Basuma and Bentancur, they really brought it to them today. I thought Maddison, a lot of people were giving him a lot of stick in the lead up to this game because he came out and did that interview talking, we don't want to see, we don't want to hear talk, prove, show improve. And he did that. He showed improved today. He scored. He put us in a commanding position before he went off with his injury in the second half. And we can only hope and pray that the injury isn't too serious. Now, Man United, for all intents and purposes, are basically through to the final. They destroyed Bilbao at the San Mamés Stadium. I think that's the name of the stadium. So Man United are in the driving seat also. And it's looking like an all-English affair. And we got to make it so. We cannot let this slip. But unfortunately, we've given Bodo Glimt just a little glimmer of opportunity when we should have had a result today that distinguished any hope whatsoever. That was the aim, that was the intention. We haven't done it, despite putting up a performance good enough to do it. And it's just bittersweet. But in all, good result, 3 goals scored, 2-goal lead that we can take to Norway. And we just got to hope and pray that players are fit and available and fresh. Like Bergvall injured, Maddison injured, Solanke injured. That's not good. That's not good. And when you look at the players that are coming in as well, Kulusevski, brother, we need you to start playing well. Richarlison, I hope he's not injured as well. He was playing well in the first half and then he has to go off. I can hope. In fact, it's not even I can hope. I need us to not have as many injuries as I've just listed. Please, we need these players. But anyway, people, let me know your thoughts on the game tonight. Who is your top performer? Who needs to be questioned? And you know what? Again, I'll say it. I still want him gone. I think he's a terrible manager for Tottenham. But tonight, I'm actually going to give Ange Postecoglou credit because his job is to motivate these players. His job is to coach these players. His job is to put the team in the best possible position to win. I think he did all 3 of those things well tonight. So for that reason, you get a commendation from me. I think that's a word. Commendation? I don't know. You get a thumbs up from me. He deserves it. Him and a lot of those players, they deserve it. There was a job to be done tonight, and I think as far as I'm concerned, in his capacity as a coach, I think he did enough. I think he did enough on the night, and I felt the same for a lot of those players, and yet I'm just lamenting that scoreline. Anyway, people, let me know your thoughts ahead of next week. Bless up, take care, and up the Spurs.